Stop making excuses. What excuses are you making today? Are you making excuses for something that you ought not to be doing, or justifying someone's bad behavior? Or could it be a long overdue apology that you're continuously avoiding? A well-needed vacation that you're delaying because of your fear of losing your job or needing the income? Or could it be the best decision of your life, yet you delay in giving your life to Jesus Christ until everything in your life is just right? Just remember that tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. Let's listen closely as Christopher unpacks the importance of not making excuses. Here now is Christopher.
I'd like to talk to you today about the importance of not making excuses. In my business life, my motto is, we provide results, not excuses. This simply means that one consistently delivers results and not excuses. Have you ever made an excuse in order to avoid an assignment, a person, or a situation? Or do you find it necessary to make excuses for others because of their bad behavior, their shortcomings, or your naivety? I want to encourage you to stop making excuses. You see, the genesis of all excuses began in Luke chapter 14, verses 16 through 25, in the parable of the Great Supper. It states, "Then he said to him, a certain man gave supper and invited many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to those who were invited, 'Come, for all things are now ready.' But they all with one accord began to make excuses." So there you have it. That's where it began. But they in all accord began to make excuses. The first said to him, "I have bought a piece of ground, and I must go see to it, and I ask to be excused." And another said, "I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I'm going to test them. I ask to have me excused." Still another said, "I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come." So that servant came and reported these things to his master. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to the servant, "Go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in here the poor, the maimed, the lame, and the blind." And the servant said, "Master, it is done as you commanded, and still there is room." The master said to the servant, "Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say to you that none of those men who were invited shall taste my supper." So there you have it. These excuses in the parable of the great sower were made to avoid the important and instead commit to the unimportant. This is something that we continuously do, and so much so that it's become innate. What excuse are you making today? What is it that you're delaying, that you're putting off, that you should be decisive and take corrective action or make a decision to end whatever it is, whether it's a financial hardship, whether it's a bad situation getting worse, whether it's a bad business deal? What is it that you're making an excuse for? Is your excuse worth delaying whatever it is that you're delaying? I would say no. I again encourage you, stop making excuses today and do what you need to do, but you're not, and something that you might not even be able to do tomorrow. Do today what you might be unable to do tomorrow, and I encourage you to do that because we don't know what tomorrow holds. Stop making excuses. God loves you, and so do I.
We truly hope that after listening to Christopher's message, the importance of not making excuses, that you will begin to speak your truth. In John 8:32 it states, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." In these very uncertain times, please free yourself and stop making excuses. For additional information or to preview Christopher's audio archives, please visit CHRISTOPHERWAYNEWHITE.com. Join us again next time as Christopher delivers another awe-inspiring message from the #1 bestseller of all time, the Holy Bible. God loves you, and so do we.